Hello, hello. How are you guys?
Should we really be off work this early?
Yes.
There is still a
Why
lot
the hell
left
no?
to do.
Hello, 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 hello. Bye, 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 bye. Good night, good night. Like, hello, hello. Echo, echo. 1, 2, 3. Test of this new microphone because yes.
Nice to de-stress.
Okay, I presume this will be a good live stream. So yes, hello and welcome to the National Genshin Impact 2021 Olympics. Wait, it's 2022. What am I saying? Anyway, I have not even started this event quest. We have 30 days, and I have not started any of the quests for the main characters. But I imagine those are very fun.
Let's begin. Stabilize.
Ah,
Take your turn, folks. Access denied.
This is our family.
You'll get frostbite. It's time for a cooked food.
okay,
Disgusting.
just a second. Pause. I wonder if that will help me with the FPS. This is not 60. I'm pretty sure of it.
Healthy body, healthy
Ahem.
mind.
Graphics. Nobody will know. That's me. Ah man, I wish they had like either DLSS or Nvidia. No, not Nvidia. The FSR, if I'm right about it. Uh, yeah, volumetry. I what? Yeah. Nani messed with my setting. Hi. Okay, so we have a cap of 60 FPS and like a VSync. You wanna? Sure. You know what? Sure, I want V-Sync. I want this battery. Let's hope it butters me. Let me just be like, here.
If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Okay. Uh, we were doing daily quests because daily quests are fun, right? Um, all of them are within the vicinity of this one teleport. So, yes, I have a new microphone, guys. I hope good. It's not. I'm sorry. Also, I have not been doing because I was sick. That's a lame excuse. You were sick. What have? Not COVID. Totally not. So yes, pretty fun this week's. So yes, uh, did I finish that quest or did I just? Oh, I. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna be honest now. I played Lost Ark during the time I was off, and I kinda like it, but
Solidify.
My will embodied.
I really like it, but just the leveling is kinda like it's not slow, but it's just boring. Straight up boring. You just follow the main quest. That's leveling. I like that it's fast, but that it's boring. You skip all the story because you level up fast, right? Then get good gear and I don't know, hack away at some. That's just kind of, I don't know. It's like a game that didn't knew what to do. Developers didn't know leveling, so just follow the main quest. You will get some shit. You will like the whole main quest is just a tutorial for the next fucking end game, in my opinion. That's what it feels like, even though I'm just like 30 something,
Access
31.
denied.
Okay. Like that's so fun because I know that there is some like strange kind of like leveling up for the equipment, sort of like in
We're way
Black
behind
Desert,
schedule.
but I never gone and done it in Black Desert. Neither have I gone and done it in the game because I just didn't get any prompt to do so. I don't know how to do that. Or maybe it's luck. I don't know. So yeah. um, and I kind of feel like I would need to upgrade my gear because, like, I tried the PvP area, and I don't know if the PvP scales or does not scale, but I just lost. I was like, well, that's fun. Never gonna play PvP in the game again. Like, kind of it is, or maybe it's just my character that's the wrong character, because like obviously there is uh not character, my class, obviously.
Next on the
The
agenda.
classes are locked, gender locked, so fun, yes. Also, there's no booba slider, there's no butt slider. That's the main takeaway. Don't play Lost Ark if you want big booba or big ass. That's like that's just the main takeaway. Don't do that. Be like something. Yeah, I don't know. Showed me the exit. Hey, Lost Ark. I don't know. I would need to try and log in this evening to see if the queue times are better or what. Because if they are better, I don't know. Might be worth playing with my friends sometime. Because yesterday evening, I was really surprised. I logged in at like 9 p.m., maybe 8, and yeah, there was no queue. That was surprising. So yeah, uh, huh. So we are pretty much done with this, aren't we?
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
I did. We are almost at level 10 friendship, Shenhe. That's pretty alright. Yeah. Okay, quest. Quest. I believe it's in Azuma. Yeah, I don't know what exactly. I believe we first gonna do Raiden quest. Don't know how long it's gonna take me or and if I'm gonna finish it, but I'll try. After that, I might go to the event just because I would like have the emotions. Hey, so talking to Catherine as always. Hello, Catherine. How are you?
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Did her voice actor change?
Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
indeed, as ever,
And I'm so used to that.
I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help?
Of course, that's what here for. And the task and the compensation.
Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Oh shit.
Apparently, Rift Towns are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura nearby Mount Yogo in great numbers.
Oh.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression and a clear target. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already?
I believe I understand.
Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Yes.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and complex, and faced with the unpredictability and scale of the Rift Town's attacks, they are finding it difficult to defend against them. Their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all other available forces to eliminate the monsters. The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined efforts to combat the Rift Towns has failed to substantially ameliorate the situation.
Okay, just as a recap, Yashiro Commission is where the Ayaka is, and the Tenryo Commission is where the Zara is? Yes, am I correct? uh, I'll send this. What the fuck?
You have our deepest gratitude. Your confident response puts me far more at ease. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Town appearances have been recently reported. I hope you won't encounter too much trouble overcoming them.
I hope so too.
We'll be back before you can say Ad Astra Abyssos.
I think she can say that faster than we think. That's Travis. I think I did it. And I didn't offend anyone. I believe so.
The sacred Sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought?
Okay, what's your Simon? One.
Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it. Time to teach him a lesson.
Okay. That it? That all that great Paimon has to say? Sorry guys. Ah yes. Ah yes. Ah, the game is beautiful again. Oh my god. Let's see how much FPS I'm not gonna get. I'll look at that couple. Been there since release of Inazuma. Yeah, why did I not jump?
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Meow. Meow.
Born of
Yo.
ice and frost.
How did I know they're gonna be behind me? Oh shit. Nobody likes you. Especially you. You're the most annoying one.
Wow, there are so many of them!
What?
No wonder the Tenryu Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Okay.
Torn to oblivion!
Hell yeah. Raiden. Born to oblivion.
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryo Commission crisis.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds more like A. It is you, right? You sure made short work of them. That was amazing.
What are you doing here?
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally able to comprehend some things that I had never understood in the past. Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking, I find myself having the urge to spend some time in the outside world.
Makes sense. You must get super bored being stuck in there all the time.
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack on the sacred Sakura by numerous rift hounds. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you.
It doesn't seem like a maternity concentration.
If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura. It brings back bad memories of that terrible disaster.
What disaster?
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma.
So I wanna know what the fuck happened 500 years ago.
Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost, and this homeland that the people had worked so hard to build barely escaped being obliterated entirely.
Okay.
The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil, and the Rift Hounds were always their advance guard. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and then call in even more powerful beasts.
500 ago. Kenria. I don't know how to say that. Kenria? Kenria? I don't know. Yeah.
So you've heard of it too?
Technically, I was there. But no, I have no recollection of those movies.
That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seems like my response to these creatures was an excessive one. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be many more monsters nearby. All of them must be eliminated.
Let's go.
I feel so safe when we're in Ace Company. Having someone uber powerful on your team kind of makes you feel invincible, doesn't it? Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria.
We should ask her now, but be
Color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. We will never get to know anything about Kenria from
Stay close
this
and you will
quest.
live.
I'm 90% sure. Why am I so sure? Because we never do. I just... yes? Ah! Okay. Yes, I see that, man. I see. I'm not blind. Try to figure out what.
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this?
Someone in.
Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we've seen ghosts on our journey.
Yep, definitely.
But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath.
What monster?
You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but ourselves. I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. You have to help us. You have to save Inazuma. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war you speak of is over.
Over? But what do you mean? Shogun?
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft breeze blows. This is Inazuma at peace, as you will no doubt remember. There are no monsters, nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? Just moments ago, they were everywhere. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's fine now.
Huh. I think I understand. Almighty Shogun, you saved Inazuma. Yes, we were right to place our trust in the Almighty Shogun. As long as the Shogun is with us, Inazuma will last for an eternity. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
Is he disappearing?
He's gone.
Well,
Paimon can't even begin to understand what that was all about. But somehow, Paimon feels all sad and hopeless.
well, because you are.
If I am not mistaken,
Oh, sorry.
what we just
Oh.
saw was a samurai's memory that was buried in the land. The sacred sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of this filth leaked out through the cracks in the trunk and formed a physical entity. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified, it presents in the form of a memory. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words, it cannot exist for too long.
Same thing happened to Dusky Ming. Wait, who's Dusky Ming? I don't remember the guy. I see.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma 500 years ago.
That the Shogun was absent.
Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Kanria.
Wow. Can we talk about this a little bit more?
The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal to combat the threat. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Kanria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed her life to protect the people. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Is the loss that the Ayamika mentioned?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever.
They're no longer stuck in the past.
When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for.
That's what being human is about, I guess.
As Inazuma saw, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you, and all that you did for Inazuma.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
Yep. Yo. Ah.
Expected there are a lot of rift hounds here too.
Leave them to me.
That's kind of surprising that we switched to Shogun
There is no escape.
and we cannot use Shogun. Okay.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Are you okay?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go! No?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Deja vu. Oh,
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
okay. Let me get my microphone.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so, people must make the most of the life they have, seize the chance to enjoy it while it lasts, and have no regrets in the end. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life, and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. What a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the Almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So, never mind, eh? Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content and forgetting to serve the tea. The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. A truly egregious loss of decorum. One moment, I'll just... Where in the world is the tea set? I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure.
Can't see a tea set anywhere around here.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious, what a fool I'm making of myself. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most discourteous indeed.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right away.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant implores you, not with the war raging outside.
This place is complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memories. Leave it to us.
But... well, okay. I never thought I'd see the day that I need the almighty Shogun to personally collect my tea set for me. I can't decide whether it's a final regret or a final stroke of good fortune.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same time, this lovely old man from 500 years ago has been through so much, and it makes Paimon so sad.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. Ah, and the tea set. I'll bring that here as soon as it's ready.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch the tea set at your convenience.
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. the yearning for a better future held by living beings. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. This somewhat shook me. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's two very different definitions.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's use.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not deserve the gratitude of the Almighty Shogun.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
%90 gone.
Hey, where'd he go?
Yep.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Couldn't put us.
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was the case with the memory we saw earlier.
So we won't get to drink his tea? We didn't even have a chance to say goodbye.
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. The fact that we were able to meet him to begin with was a miracle of fate.
Let's make our own tea, Paimon.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of tea.
I'm not so sure about that.
I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt I should have any major problems doing it myself. The tea is ready. Please give it a try.
Plus.
So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it.
You don't need to.
You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back many memories for me. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now, I'd like to broach a heavier topic, if I may. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening, yes, it was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond Paimon's level.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
I had heard that you were looking for your family. You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so, yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. Shine down! Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright? You're scaring us!
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! no escape! Shine down! Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Hey, maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monsters. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right. Just feeling a little stiff.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
Damn. So sick.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to honor that.
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Access denied.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
Eyes.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring.
Thank you, thank you.
The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely returning, their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future.
That's a lot of hopes.
No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma, we will always place our faith in the Almighty Shogun.
Oh, thank you all very much. I promise you that I will create a bright future for Inazuma. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that Inazuma has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to Shogun.
They're gone.
It is both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now, huh? She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her.
Yep.
Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up!
Hey.
What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body... I can't move it. It looks like the situation is more serious than I thought. No need. She is calling me. The time has come. Can you help me walk? I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Why? What's in there?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
Damn, that sounds cheesy. Hey, where's that? Is that the like hole in the? I believe. Okay, maybe. Also, great angle. I like this angle. Fun as well. Oh, this place here.
We're finally here. The entrance should be nearby.
Oh, that's a little way.
Whoa! Where did Torii Gate come from?
You alright?
It's getting worse again. But it's fine. I'm happy. I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Teleportation skill.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place...
Like plane of time, whatever it's.
Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that... the puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Resistant safeguard. Anything.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme!
That's a good one, Paimon.
Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you hack it through or something?
Hey, isn't
But they both just want the best for Inazuma.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A.
Oof.
In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Strike dead!
Oh. Am I supposed to? P.
Illusion shattered!
Ah.
Weak, pathetic. Weak. The eye sweeps the land.
Oh shit.
Inferior. Torn to oblivion. Absurd.
Just in case I can defeat her.
Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Ah, that's great.
Thunder. Now you shall perish. Your verdict is decided. Shine down. Weak. Your verdict is decided, sir. Be gone.
What?
Your verdict is decided. Illusion shattered. Pathetic. Absurd. Illusions are but distractions. Inazuma shines eternal.
Yeah.
Remove all obstacles. Shattered. Shine down. Now you shall perish. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Transcendent. There is no escape. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Torn to oblivion. Sweep the land. Shattered. Illusion shattered.
Come on, please. Also, I like the soundtrack.
There is no escape. Absurd.
Okay, am I supposed to just die? Like,
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
yeah.
I shall not fall here.
Okay. So I cannot. Even if I really want it. No, guy.
Inazuma shines eternal! Be gone! Light, obey me! Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
Surely it's not invincible.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
What will happen to Inazuma in the meantime?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them.
Then you bet.
I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Hey. That wasn't nice.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
It's Shogun. The only way.
Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again.
Oh.
Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel time on now.
Brain
Okay,
juice.
maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard.
We need to talk to Yar.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right, up the mountain we go.
Right. Oh, do we get teleported? Obviously. Yeah.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess.
You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you.
Yes.
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Gets the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's she.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
This. Oh, can...
Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Yes, she is.
You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like?
I didn't know anything.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Teleportation. Yes.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
That's very abstract indeed.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
In your dreams.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's headed up to here with both of you! Fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space.
Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Okay.
Well then, the door is open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
This should be a thumbnail. Teleportation. I'm gonna screen that. Paint. Save. Okay.
Nico, you better know what you're doing.
You will not fail.
That's enough chatter. Get to work.
A cutscene.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
All these years? What?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to stand back, traveler.
I'm going to put an end to.
I'm going to be the start of something new. The time
Another
our
cutscene.
duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations.
Oh.
The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night.
Jesus.
And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yes, you have endured.
Shit, man.
I will endure forever.
Thoughts, thoughts.
Final calamity.
Okay.
Perish. There is no escape. Inferior.
Dang, the soundtrack slaps. Okay. Don't like go anywhere.
The will I carry
what? Just because I cannot die, I will abuse this. I will Ah.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
This seriously bad.
Illusion shattered. This is the end. You have won.
I have doubts.
I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Musou Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Musou Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
Oh, nice.
Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Musou Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it. Before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
Cassie?
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Damn.
Goodbye, Makoto.
That's hard.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
Yeah, that's some time travel shit.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
That's a wonderful thing. Is that time was moving forward and backward at the same time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
What? Why is dialogue missing? Why? No, perhaps a higher power. I have not. Really wasn't.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
That's significant.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
Perhaps by an no inevitable of fate. Yes,
I
I'll
thought
stick
that the
with
flow
that.
of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Makoto, brilliant. Hey,
I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
kind of like a simple efforts together. Just because cause and effect and back to doesn't mean undervalued.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
I like the look.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku Decree.
Really? That's huge news!
Yep.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
Out of challenges.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hey. So, who do you talk to? Let's talk with Yai. I don't know.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Oh, we can
but
talk with
I
them
am
both.
prepared for them.
About the challenges.
Abolishing the Sakoku Decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no negative repercussions. For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's businesses. These are the issues that I must work to solve.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell entrance tickets to the Grand Narukami Shrine in the future.
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
About the gaze of the gods.
Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because that was her duty. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy, too. She loved humanity very dearly.
If the people of the past deserve the gods' attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Entries.
But I am prepared for them. To put it bluntly, it was constant torture, with no end in sight. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times. Had my concentration lapsed for but a moment, the Shogun's blade would have taken my life. Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been defeated. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will be sure to remind the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions of their duties in this regard. It's not only the monsters that I am worried about. I'm concerned about what else might escape from the sacred Sakura.
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more besides memories held in the ley lines.
Since you clearly understand, perhaps you could think about making an effort too. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yai Miko said nothing of the sort, and the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret. Understood?
No.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Yes, that's
But
all.
I am prepared for
I have
them.
no other question.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma.
Okay. I have everything. Yeah. A. Yeah, I mean. So many things right now. Why this? I really don't want to look around here. Alright.
We're way behind schedule.
They did it. Of course they
We're
did.
way behind schedule.
I knew. I just. Yeah. Let's fight the. I guess. Yeah, sure. Sure. Why not? I did not move. I have no.
Stabilize.
Okay, I moved. Okay.
Order guide you.
Take your true form.
Inferior.
Shit.
No touching.
The eye sweeps the
My
land.
will embodied. There is no escape.
Good.
Gather.
Take your true form.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Solidify.
Inferior.
Thank God for that.
My will
Holy
embodied.
shield.
This spot is eternal. Ruin follows my blade.
Also, can we get like this again? It's a really nice skin. I want that.
Take your true form. Born of ice and frost.
What? I lost my
Witness
article.
the final calamity.
And
Manifest. Next on the agenda.
Ruin follows my blade.
kinda tough fight.
Illusion shattered is in my hand.
Take your true form. We're way behind schedule.
Solidify.
Yeah.
Access denied.
Can you worry?
Inazuma shines eternal! Lightning, obey me! Absurd! This world,
Take your truth,
a fleeting
you will
shadow.
do your master's bidding.
Pathetic.
Solidify!
We're way behind. Absurd! Illusions are but distractions. Shattered.
Gather!
Take your true form. Access denied.
This body is
Order
eternal.
guide
Follow my blade.
We're waiting. Obey.
Okay.
There is no escape.
Stabilize!
My will embodied. Born of ice and frost.
Ruin follows my blade.
I understand.
Witness the final calamity. Shine down.
Solidify!
Perish.
No touching.
Eternity is in my
I
hands.
missed. I have missed.
Gather!
Transfiguration. We're way behind schedule.
Perish.
Blaze over. Access denied.
Only emptiness awaits.
Oof. Not gonna lie, that was a tough fight. Okay. The mean and calamity? God. Damn. Okay. And so now I can help. Great. Okay, let's do the event. Damn, I can't actually believe that we finished Arc or not Arc and
Next
the
on the
Raiden.
agenda.
That's pretty good.
This is the correspondence from Stingray 3. Your Excellency, the situation looks extremely serious.
Thank you, Ueno. Inform Swordfish 1 to stand by. I'll see to the wounded shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Swordfish 1, wasn't that me?
Hey, Kokumi! How have you been? Captain of Swordfish 2.
Ah, Swordfish
Glad
2,
to have
okay.
you back on Watatsumi Island. I would have liked to have given you a grand reception, but as you can see... What's going on? Not long ago, I hosted the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. It's the most important ceremony on Watatsumi Island. I'm guessing you'll have heard about it from Tsuyuko?
Yes.
How did you know we were the ones helping out Tsuyuko this whole time?
Be more surprised if didn't know.
Tsuyuko is one of the more conscientious shrine maidens of Sangonomiya.
I knew that handing off the planning of the ceremony to her would play to her strengths. Based on her description of the person who took the commission, it was quite obviously you.
This is all starting to sound pretty suspicious.
A bit late for that now, Paimon.
Anyway, I'm sure Tsuyuko will have told you that the Watatsumi Goryo ceremony is a ceremony to reverse the holy soil phenomenon on Watatsumi Island. It's a bleaching process that slowly turns the earth to holy soil, leaving the land infertile and devastating agricultural production. Granted, crops aren't our staple food on Watatsumi Island, but I can't allow external forces to drastically alter the people's diet, and we certainly shouldn't be overly reliant on imports.
Paimon doesn't quite follow.
Imagine all you had to eat from now on was radishes. No more fish or meat. Clearer now?
Opposite. Follow.
That would be terrible.
The issue began with the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. I did not miss a single step during the ritual, and there's no question that the blood branch coral you retrieved was infused with the Omikami's power. But it didn't reverse the holy soil phenomenon as expected. Instead, it just paused. This has never happened before in history. This is ultimately a matter of Watatsumi Island's survival. So I sent as many people as I could spare to Enkanomiya to investigate the situation. The news from Stingray 3 was that all of Enkanomiya is engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled. Additionally, there have also been reports of monsters, the likes of which no one has ever seen before.
Strange monsters? And an all-engulfing darkness?
That's all that Stingray 3 has reported. Their investigation otherwise has yielded no useful information, and the unforgiving environment has caused many casualties so far. I have sent several rescue teams already, but so far, the situation does not look promising. It brings me no pleasure to have to ask, but on behalf of all of Watatsumi Island, I beseech you, please, lend us your assistance one more time.
Take over. Anything for you, ma'am?
Please don't joke around, but thank you for once again agreeing to put your life on the line for the sake of our island. Now, please, come with me to meet Tsuyuko.
This shit looks beautiful, but it always FPS to.
agenda.
Your Excellency. Trav, I did wonder. Hope you're both having a wonderful date so far.
Cut the comedy, Tsuyuko, or I may have to have you and Naki switch posts next year. In which case, you'd be in charge of Spectre Eco Management on Watatsumi Island.
No need, I'll stop. So, since the two of you are here together, I assume it's about Enkanomiya?
Kokomi filled us in on what's been going on.
Kokomi.
Well, she knows what's going on here.
Right. Well, as I'm sure Her Excellency has told you, an ominous darkness has completely engulfed Enkanomiya. At the same time, strange humanoid monsters have appeared when the place should be completely deserted.
Humanoid.
Humanoid monsters?
Really sure?
Armor that can move on its own. I know it sounds ridiculous, but we're not talking about one spooked soldier hallucinating in the darkness. All the wounded who returned to Sangonomiya have described seeing the same thing. On top of this, even ordinary enemies seem to grow much stronger in the darkness. That's why Stingray 3 has sustained so many casualties. There's one other thing that the returning soldiers have mentioned. They say a shrine maiden who calls herself Sumi has been helping to treat the wounded.
Sumi? I don't recall there being any record of a shrine maiden by that name in Sangonomiya.
That's the thing. There isn't one. But she held something called a Sento ceremony, which managed to keep a small area in the very center of Enkanomiya brightly lit. Thanks to her, the wounded soldiers have a safe zone where they can recuperate.
Sento. I've seen this term in the Deep Sea Healing Arts Compendium. but it's a ceremony that only works in Enkanomiya, so it was never brought to Watatsumi Island. I'd love to meet this Tsumi, but right now, helping the wounded has to be my top priority.
Your Excellency, even if you had no duties at all right now, there's still no way we'd let you go down there. Enkanomiya is exceedingly dangerous right now. Only preeminent warriors like the Traveler and Paimon should venture there.
Traveler and actually, they finally start saying traveler instead of whatever the fuck my.
Yep, absolutely, 100%. This is a job only we can handle.
Yeah. We've worked together plenty of times in the past, after all.
Do you have any other information about Tsumi?
Okay, one more thing. Please fix lip syncing. Thank you.
It was mentioned that she wears a strange mask that covers the upper half of her face.
Face. Something reminds me.
Interesting. What is she trying to hide?
Your Excellency, in my humblest of opinions, Sumi has shown nothing but goodwill so far. Since the situation is so critical, we don't have the resources to make other defense arrangements and cast suspicion on our allies.
I see what you mean. I have instructed Swordfish 1 to proceed to Enkanomiya and continue evacuating the wounded. Traveler, you can go with them.
Okay.
Swordfish 1 will escort you to the camp at the center of Enkanomiya.
Don't worry, I can go.
Also, please, take this with you.
What's that?
What's this? Looks like a missing piece of something.
It's just a little trinket. When you are faced with a difficult choice, it might be able to help you.
Your Excellency. But isn't that...
Watatsumi Island doesn't need it anymore. Besides, both of the other two pieces are in Enkanomiya. If we're lucky enough, this could be our chance to reunite them.
Understood, Your Excellency. Okay. Emergency measures to hold the Three Realms Gateway offering now underway.
I apologize for the trouble. Now please excuse me. I need to tend to the wounded. Please, see Ueno once you're ready.
Ueno. Oh, that's the guy. Hi.
Are you ready to venture into the dark shroud of Enkanomiya? All right, follow me.
Is there a cutscene? There's no cutscene. Nice. Shining. Weren't here.
Here's hoping I have the chance.
Chance to do.
Next year, I'm gonna apply for Swordfish 1 to be redeployed into Spectre management. Because if it's that, or spend more time in Enkanomiya, I'll take my chance with the Spectres.
What a weak thing.
Those armor monsters closing in on you. It's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Totally understand.
Weak.
Anyway, we should be safe for now. There shouldn't be any more danger from here on out.
Hey, what's up?
Yabe.
It's Yabe, the odd guy from Stingray 3.
You seem kinda chipper compared to all the other soldiers.
Do I? Well, I've pretty much always loved horror stories and ghost stories and stuff, ever since I was a kid. This trip to Enkanomiya is something else, though. Totally mind-blowing. Super fun. 10 out of 10. Would come again.
Wow. Wow. Cringe. Cringe. Right in your own game. Wow.
Totally do not understand.
Well, I mean, it's pretty sweet to have the chance to come to Enkanomiya. I actually kind of wanted to look into the Bunkoku puzzle while I'm here. It's the first of the 4 great puzzles of Enkanomiya.
Yeah, please don't do that. We're the ones that'll have to come rescue you.
Alright, well, never mind that. There's a makeshift camp at the top of those steps over there. Yeah, you should head up and catch some rest if you haven't been there yet.
Okay. But this is like different Enconia. This is Enconia, right? And 3 realms of gateway of 3 realms gateway of yes. They just like copy of like yeah, let's copy that, paste, and just do shit inside it. Seriously, that such a waste.
Hey, look! A shrine maiden taking care of the wounded! That must be Sumi, right?
You are different from all the others. Are you human?
No.
Well, she is, obviously. Just not a native of Watatsumi Island, that's all.
And you? A human hatchling?
Human hatchling. I doubt it.
Oh, really? Because I thought that humans lose the ability to fly when they reach adulthood. Just like the Bathismal Bishops lose the ability to see in color when they reach maturity.
Sumi, you seem to know a lot about bishops.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Oh, the wounded soldiers mentioned you.
Oh.
Came to investigate darkness.
Greetings. My name is Ueno, acting captain of Swordfish 1. We're here to evacuate the wounded and support the traveler's investigation. Swordfish 1 needs to rest and reorganize before commencing the evacuation. I'll see you later.
So you're here to help resolve this, Very well. It's taking all the energy I have to keep this light shining. I don't have the strength to try and combat the spreading darkness, too.
Do you understand what's going on?
The Void Realm is invading. The people of Yaku-Yakoku believe that there are 3 realms. The Bishop Realm, the Human Realm, and the Void Realm.
Okay.
The darkness spreading in Enkonomiya comes from the Void Abyss. Neither bishops nor humans can endure it.
But don't Bathismal bishops like the dark?
No. They hate the light. But only because down here in the depths, the presence of light signifies human activity. In fact, the Bishop Realm is the realm of pure primordial elemental beings. It's actually referred to as the Light Realm in most books. The 7 sovereigns of the Light Realm are the 7 foremost elemental dragons at the pinnacle of the raw and primitive elemental forces.
7 sovereigns of the Light Realm. 7 for dragons. The raw. That's something the lore master.
So that's why Suyuko called this the 3 Realms Gateway Offering.
3 Realms Gateway Offering. Not far off the mark, actually. But technically, I think it should be called the Triangle Gateway Offering.
Triangle.
Because the source of the darkness from the void is the 3 towers at the corners of Enkonomiya's triangular borders.
Game, there's a lot of triangles and threes. Is that joke at Half-Life 3?
Oh, the 3 towers! The ones where we did those trials!
You've been there before?
Yep.
It's a long story.
Oh.
By the way, Sumi, what's up with the weird mask?
To hide my face. It has to do with some things that happened as I was growing up. I just don't want to scare anyone. That's all. Does that make me untrustworthy in your eyes?
No, not at all. You've been helping the wounded all this time. Everyone must be super grateful to you. It's just that...
I don't want to see another mask shrine made.
Can't say I really understand what you're talking about. Anyway, if you want to rid this darkness from Enkonomiya, you can come to me for guidance. Of course,
if you can trust me. I'm going inside to tend to the wounded and check in with the new arrivals. Please excuse me.
Hey.
What are we gonna do? Paimon really wants to trust Sumi, but... Oh, how about we go ask the wounded?
Why do we have to talk to them? Why? Also, I can take a break. So we're gonna take a break, like 5 minutes. That's it.
It's so nice to de-stress. If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world. Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do. It's so nice to de-stress.
Okay. Yes.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hello! We'd like to ask you about the masked shrine maiden, Sumi.
Because of her strange mask? Well, you've come to the right person.
Cool!
I was one of the first people that she rescued. Straight away, I thought there was something very weird going on. Who is this shrine maiden who knows the lost ceremonies of Enkanomiya? And why is she covering her face with a mask? So I started pestering her about it. I wasn't going to let up until I got an answer.
And?
There weren't so many people around at the time, so eventually she let me look behind the mask. It was actually pretty normal for the most part. There's just one thing she's trying to hide. Her eyes have snake-like pupils, thin vertical lines.
Wow. Weren't you scared?
I probably would have been if every Watatsumi Islander wasn't so familiar with our legends, or I should say, our history. The first familiars of the Watatsumi Omikami were the vassals of Watatsumi. Legend has it that they are a half-human, half-snake kind who helped our ancestors fight back the Bathismal bishops. They were said to have disappeared long ago. But then Tsumi showed up, and as soon as I saw her snake eyes, I instinctively trusted her. It's like the vassals have returned to help us in our moment of need.
Huh.
I'm no expert by any means, but I think Tsumi can be trusted.
Wait,
Hello, what can I help you with?
I just need a quick Google Translate on the vassal. Person under the protection of a feudal lord whom he has vowed homage and fealty. So, in Polish, the vassal is the person that's under the thing, saying that he is the vassal of the snake, half snake thingy magics, or the half snakes were the vassals. I have no idea.
Hi there. We wanted to ask you what you know about the masked shrine maiden, Sumi.
I see. What are you looking to know exactly? I've tried asking if she's seeing anyone, or whether she's looking right now, but she seems pretty tight-lipped about her love life.
That's not what we meant at all. We were more wondering, do you think there's anything suspicious about her?
Suspicious, huh? Suspicion, the unknowable, the unpredictable, unexplored territory. Mysterious? Enigmatic? Enchanting? Bewitching? Compelling? Addicting? Yeah. Know what I'm saying?
No.
I am being serious. Okay, look. If I had to pick one thing about her that's suspicious, I'd say, okay, two things. Number one, her mask. It's pretty scary. I don't know why she chose it. Number two, some kind of pendant fell out of her sleeve when she was bandaging me up. It looked like it was a broken off piece of something. So maybe when you put them together, it makes a whole.
Okay.
Huh. Maybe the other half is held by Tsumi's lifelong sweetheart.
Sounds like you hit the nail on the head, so, maybe ease off a little, bro?
Bro. Bro. Bro.
It looks like they're resting. Let's not disturb them.
Okay, that was all, right?
I don't think we've got enough answers now. Let's find somewhere to recap what we know so far. Sumi's just inside the room. It'd be a bit awkward if she hears us talking about her behind her back.
Nah. It's fine. It's fine. Up. Over. Go here, okay.
So here's what we learned from the soldiers. Sumi's mask hides her snake eyes, which the people of Watatsumi Island believe to be a distinguishing feature of Orabaxi's vassals. Based on her actions, it seems like all she wants to do is protect the people of Watatsumi Island. And from what she said, she's doing everything she can to combat the darkness spreading in Enkanomiya. So she seems pretty trustworthy.
Still, I have some reservations.
Hyman gets it. Like, why is she covering her pupils when they're obviously an easy way to win everyone over? Guess we'll just have to see what she has to say for now. But let's keep our guard up, just in case.
You don't have to say it twice.
Solidify!
I have my guard up. Hi.
So, how's it going? Have you made a decision?
Yep, let's team up to tackle the darkness.
Okay, then take this.
Those really look like fucking.
It's called the Bokuso box. I found it in the Dainichi Mikoshi when I was looking for a solution. Actually, the Dainichi Mikoshi was where I found the method and tools for the Sento ceremony. Lucky I can read human writing.
Why wouldn't you be able to? Or did you mean it's lucky that you can read the ancient Enkanomian script?
Oh, nothing. I just meant the script in the Deep Sea Healing Arts Compendium. I don't actually know if it's ancient or modern.
I'm getting more worries.
Never mind all that. Let's get back to business. The Bokuso box collects light. It can dispel the darkness from the void within a small radius. So, for example, with the power of the Bokuso box, you can turn monsters affected by the darkness back into their original forms. As it happens, there are some monsters causing trouble around the camp. Go and try out the Bokuso box on them. I will join you shortly.
Okay. Okay, so it has become charged. Will I need to go and recharge it every time? Is it like this light source or something? Those are heliotrope. Don't know what you're talking about. Ah. Okay.
I will have order.
Transfiguration.
Okay, so I guess it.
You're a good fighter.
Thanks.
You bet. We were the ones who went and got the Blood Branch Coral that one time after all.
You. So you.
What's wrong?
Nothing. If what you say is true, then I'm sure you'll be able to conquer the 3 border towers quite easily. Also, there are a few things I need to explain to you. According to what I have read, the fundamental purpose of the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri is to use the serpent god's life force to awaken its second familiars, the Senga Coralia. They are creatures that break down raw, primitive elemental energy into the milder elemental energy of the human realm. The giant coral is a symbol that the Senga Coralia have been awakened by the serpent's blood. The mass awakening of the Senga Coralia causes a transformation in the ecological environment of Enkonomiya.
Makes sense. Even if you took away the darkness and the monsters, Enkanomiya would still look pretty different now with all the new plants and ore around.
Things are even more complicated than usual this time. The darkness from the Void Realm seems to be suppressing things in the Light Realm and the human realm, causing them to come to a standstill. You may need to use the power of the Bokuso box to dispel the darkness and allow the ecological transformation to continue. Please, try to solve the problem using the Bokuso box. I'll wait for an update for you under the statue over there.
Okay. It seems like there's some stuff different about this. Yeah. Right.
Born of icy frost.
Go back and tell Sumi.
Hey. Two primo gems. Yes. I mean, it was light shit. But I guess that's why this event takes up to like 40 days Sorted.
It seems that you have mastered the Bokuso box. Now, let me tell you about the ultimate purpose of this operation.
Yep.
As I said, we need to proceed to the 3 towers on Inkonomiya's borders. They're towers of the void, restored to their original form by a certain Abyss adherent.
Abyss adherent? Wait, do you mean...
He's a purveyor of incessant nonsense. Somehow he found out about the 3 realms and the 3 corners, and brought those things in using abyssal technology. Then, he started disseminating abyssal energy using the towers. This caused great suffering for both the Sangakuralia and the Bathismal bishops. I don't know why he's doing this. For us, the abyss is highly toxic. For them, intoxicating is more the word. Addictive, but still destructive. Maybe he just likes to toy with people and stab them in the back.
Paimon knows exactly who you're talking about.
You know him? Then it seems we have a common enemy.
Oh, you bet we do!
To get rid of the darkness, you need to climb to the very top of the Towers of the Void and activate the Light Realm Chisel, which will let in the energy of the Light Realm. In Enkanomiya, the light realms of the human realm, the elemental currents of the Light Realm, and the dark currents of the Void Realm are all exceptionally strong. Also, I only performed the Sento ceremony going off the steps in the book, but I believe the key to the ceremony is the statue in front of us. You can offer crystals of Light Realm energy to it to increase the Bokuso box's power. Also, resting here can restore the box's energy.
Okay.
Please, take this hand-drawn map. I've marked out the locations of the 3 towers for you. You'll need to explore one step at a time, and I'd recommend you start with this tower.
That one. North.
Well, that's as much help as I can offer you. I'll be waiting here for the good news.
Sure. I wanna get... Uh-huh. Okay. Ah. Some cryptic text. Hello. Okay. Void. Chest. Oh, that's an exploration. Oh, we're about to hit the part again. Okay, we're to offer. Hey. That's a lot of more. Guess it's time to go. Version. Okay.
Solidify!
Transfiguration!
No touching!
Stabilize!
My will embodied!
Born of ice and frost.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Okay, what is this? Mechanism. Okay. Oh. Hell yeah. I'm
There's
smart.
nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Show on the map, like, progression. Okay, what do we... Challenge. Locked in. Froggy?
Illusion shattered!
Take them. I have no need.
Next on the agenda.
Oh.
There is no escape!
I wish attacking those would also activate the, like, E trick attack.
Illusion shattered!
Open.
Take them. I have no need.
Ah.
There is no escape!
Gather! This is order!
My will embodied!
All hail!
Stabilize!
My will embodied!
Born of ice and frost. Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
Okay, not gonna lie, guys. This place in here. Okay, there's damage. Dying.
We're way behind schedule.
Not gonna lie, all this location always drops my FPS. Other one.
We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
They've got. Okay. Ah, more FPS.
Transfiguration!
Beautiful treasures
What are
are a
those?
cause for great happiness.
Oil. Lego. The Lego flowers. Okoyo Egu. I shall take those.
Quake!
If
Order guide. Solidify.
Manifest!
Born of ice and frost. Beautiful treasures are a cause for great
okay,
happiness.
what is this? I can never replenish.
We're waiting on schedule.
Interesting.
Next on the agenda.
Are you?
Stabilize.
Oh. Okay. No.
Take your true form!
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Gonna lie, I would like to first.
Stabilize.
Transfiguration!
No touching. Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
Okay, where's? Eh. Okay. So I unlock like two.
Gather. This is order.
Okay. We're fairly simple. Yep. Kinda like that you don't have to, like, that you have to actually get something for the teleports to activate.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Transfiguration! Born of ice and frost.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
One man's stone is another man's
jam.
gem.
But I had some flowers. I like those. Oh.
Even bedrock can be turned to dust.
Don't like. I wanna. Yes. Nice. Okay. Oh. I'm pressing something. Okay, this should.
Whoa, that must be the tower Tsumi was talking about. Doesn't look very climbable.
Does everything have to be climbable? Right? Ah. I guess.
We're way behind schedule.
Sorry. Shit.
Take your true form.
No touching.
Not very responsive to attack again.
Access denied.
My will embodied.
I have loads of HP, I don't like that. Like, see how much I'm hitting? Okay. Okay, but he's gonna launch.
Illusion shut. Transfiguration.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
Okay. Now then.
We're way behind
I believe
schedule.
I've been here. I mean, obviously I've been here.
We're way behind
And
schedule. Born of ice and frost.
My will embodied.
why do they have to give like? Oh wait, is it because of the like difficult or not touch damage? As I
Stabilize.
No touching.
also I don't like. No, no. I.
Next on the agenda.
Maybe we need to use the tower controller?
Unsolicited. And all the more valuable.
Okay, we're ready to roll. But how do we get the towers to link up? Let's look for clues nearby.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Hey, this pattern seems to match the one on the tower.
Yeah, shut up, Paimon.
Could be relevant?
So AA and like a fountain. That's an A. Yep. A. The font. That's correct. Okay.
Now we can climb on up.
Okay. Also, tutorial. Shadowy has skill line breaker. That will end nearby shadow. Its HP if they hit card defended by shield. Techno. Weapons for certain time with damage. Okay.
Where do you want to go next?
So they're trying to
If you'd
nerf
like to see
Zhongli even,
Liyue's tourist spots,
but they cannot.
I have a few references.
Funny.
But the abyssal energy that was released when the towers connected doesn't seem to be disappearing. The darkness is infiltrating the land and causing changes in the surrounding area. should go check it out if we have time.
Yep, yep, Paimon. Meep, meep. Okay. Lower. Okay. So we need to upgrade and open 30 chests. So I guess in total there's 90 chests here. That's my guess. Go back and go there. Really? Yeah. I see. Is your bestie?
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Certainly.
There is no escape.
Wait. Going too fast, man.
Illusion shattered.
I need someone. Someone more. Yes.
Behold, the princess.
Okay, so we start with this one. That. Okay. For now I fucked up. Doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. That one. Hi.
My will embodied. Access denied.
Melt. God damn it. Oh, you're kidding me.
Summon the fire. I will have order.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Transfiguration. Born of ice and frost. true form!
Okay.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
We're way behind schedule.
Next on the agenda,
Can I do?
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward
Eh.
every now and then.
Outrider Amber, reporting.
Wrong character. Ever happened to you?
These will come in handy.
And the challenge. Okay. So. This one. Oh, this one is the end goal. Okay. Okay, this like it.
Obey!
Ooh. And go straight.
Adepti treasures have special powers. What about mortal ones? Just gonna get this challenge.
Solidify! This is order.
No touching! Take your true form!
Stabilize!
No one escapes my sight.
Take your true form!
Okay. Has been done.
We're way behind schedule.
next on the agenda,
My will embodied.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
For him. Actually, let's do it. The gambling addiction satisfied, I guess. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Feels bad, man. Absolutely. Okay. We're supposed to get to that. Hi, Yabe. Yeah, why not? Nice. Okay. Oh, and this catalyst. Yes. 5 levels? 4 levels. Okay. Hey, 69. Oh, nice. Nice. Yes. Okay, so it's... Wait, can I offer more? Okay, so that's... 5. Okay, good. Wait, that was... Party max. 25 elemental bonus burst damage. But play more. Charge them. Atlas. Okay. Not that good. Select. Ah. I will take the defense. 50k HP. 50k HP only. I thought I'd never see.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same
Who
as I
here
remember.
uses metal?
But where are those who share the memory?
He does. Okay, we can refine this. Oh. Yes. Okay, nice. There it is. I'm just gonna enhance it because it's like 1.5 enhance. Good. Okay, good. Remove it. Yes, we are still at the upgrade. It's shiny now. Nice. I don't have anything to upgrade. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so apparently this now is because I have the resist. I would like to further explore this area. Is challenges.
Order guide you.
Access denied.
Disappear.
We're way behind schedule.
It is.
Next on the agenda. Beautiful treasures
thank
are a
you.
cause for great happiness.
Amazing.
We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
Gather.
My will and
So and for Wow.
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber. I won't let you down.
Okay, guys. I think that's enough for today. I will continue this off stream. But yeah, thank you for watching and see ya next time.